Elizabeth Lloyd Hill, 1920 to 2014, Part 2. In this video, Elizabeth Lloyd Hill talks about photographs in one of her photo albums. The audio was recorded on 22 August 2010 when Liz was 89 years old. Liz recalls the subjects of most but not all of the photographs in the album. Useful information that neither Lynn nor I could recall, as well as points of clarification, are provided in the video header. The recordings in this video cover about 23 minutes of a conversation that lasted about 6 hours. In these 23 minutes, we look at the remaining pictures in the first album. The video opens with a collage of 16 pictures from a variety of time periods, and then continues with about 40 images taken on a trip by Liz and Dick Arnold to Iowa in 1976. The next set of 3 images is of Hill and Ringrose relatives in Greeley, Colorado. Then we come to 5 pictures from Liz's childhood in Iowa in the 1920s. The last set of 18 pictures is primarily of Liz and Dick during their courtship in Greeley, Colorado, and during the war years in Aberdeen, Maryland in the 1940s. As the video opens, Liz and I are looking at pictures of the families of 2 of Liz's brothers, Dan and Bob.
And I'm pulling you back to the album. So, who do you think is there? That's Dan.
Yeah, and the girls.
I'm guessing Danette.
Mm-hmm.
I knew her name a minute ago. Judy the middle, and who's the youngest?
That's what next her name?
Yeah, I'm blanking on it. Judy. Danette.
See.
Linda.
That's right, Linda.
So is Linda the middle girl? Anyway.
No, this is Julie.
No, Judy.
This is Linda. I mean Judy and Linda, and this.
And you think that's Danette's husband?
Must be. Mm-hmm.
First husband, Umbaugh, or whatever his name was, Jerry Umbaugh. Now, who's this? Oh, this is.
This is. Well, I think it's Bob.
Bobby. Bob's Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Elaine Bobby. Who's this with Bob?
Well, that's
maybe that's John.
I think it is Johnny. It must be. This is Bob and this is Johnny. I guess this is Phyllis, and I don't know, probably the firstborn.
Probably Danette.
Danette.
Let's see. A lot of these I've seen. I've got this one already. This is your dad on the couch, but that's a color photo. Maybe this is a different. He probably slept on the couch more than once.
Yeah, that was his favorite spot after dinner. Always on the. That was Mom.
Mary in the black dress with the white collar. This is Dad. Your dad in the chair. Looks like Mary and Date at church. Oh, this is Richard and Richard's wife.
I never met her. Never knew what her name was.
I did meet her.
Did know her name, but I don't.
Blanket on it right now. At any rate,
you have it written down someplace.
I know it. I just blanket on it right now. Whoa! Look at this. Here's a Bedanza.
Everybody's name.
Everybody's on there. Look at that. This is like a family reunion shot.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this in the rocker? I don't recognize her. Left to right, Mary and
Here's
Lynette.
One of Neil that I didn't have any Neil before.
Neil Schaefer. Mary and Lynette, Elaine, Jim Ringrose, Bill, Dad, Bill, Uncle, her brother.
Uncle Bill, her brother.
Mike and Sheila, those are, I guess those are Bill's kids, aren't they? Robin, Jim Hill, Bert, Neil, that's Bill's wife.
Right.
Bob back of Neil, niece. End of Helen's living room. Laney on piano. I can't really see what else is going on there. So, who's that in the chair? This is Mary holding somebody. Anyway, we'll figure this one out. It's all labeled there.
I haven't ever seen this picture.
You know, I never remember looking at that one.
I think that's Neil.
You know, this picture here was taken the same day at the table, and here, look at this one. So everybody in there at the dinner table. End of Helen. So this must be in. You reckon that if we're talking about Helen, we're probably in Greeley?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. End of Helen's living room. Was everybody out? Helen being
Maybe
Hill and
that was
Ringrose.
Helen's house back there.
Yes, it must be.
Here's,
Yeah, I can recognize Bill in the background there.
this is dinner at Bobbity Lane's.
She must have got confused and forgotten that she was at Bob and Lane's and thought it was Helen's. But it's funny that Helen and Jim are there. But at any rate, they are.
They lived in Greeley for a while.
Oh, they did. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they moved there. I always think of them being in Riverside, but they weren't
No,
there.
they lived in Greeley and
No.
Aunt Bert lived there, and for a while,
Yeah.
Uncle Bill and Neil lived there. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
And then here I've got this picture. It's Bill and Sheila,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess that's Bob, probably Bob and Robin.
Looks like it,
It looks
yeah.
like Jim, huh? Here's your dad with, probably figured out, maybe Robin, I don't know. Yep, it's labeled. Granddad very conscious of getting what?
Took.
Getting took. Oh, the picture taken.
Yeah.
Baby interested in big flash. He's self-conscious about being photographed. And I don't know which baby it is. Probably Robin, huh? Hard to tell.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll figure that out.
Don't know who.
Which baby? Which baby? Whoa, here we go. Now somebody with his flowers there. What are those? Looks like Bob, huh?
See, I never saw anybody's house in Greeley except in Aunt Bert's. By the time I went, most everybody else had already left Greeley.
Here's Dan and Phyllis again, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And this looks like Jim and somebody probably at that same dinner. Here's your mama, but we could probably figure out these days. Now here's a nice color picture of what's going on here. Oh, good. Look at this. Your mom was so conscientious. At Uncle Art's in June.
Okay.
Clarence, Art, Bert, that must be Neil for Nielsen, Dade, and Bella. Bella is Art's wife. Yeah. Okay, so they're all there. Oh, I have to blow that one up. It's pretty hard to.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably their house there, huh?
Right.
I don't know if that'll take much enlargement, but we'll try. And then we're back to the summer
Right,
of
the same year.
summer of '57, the Sputnik trip. I've got these pictures too. I think I've already scanned some of these. All the siblings.
Mm-hmm.
So this, I had forgotten this, but who was I talking to about this photo? I guess Bob and Laney. This is at that house in Knoxville, that little house where your mother was living when she died.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a little pathway between the house and the garage, and apparently the swing was in there.
Right.
And I totally
it was right behind the garage.
I'd totally forgotten that, but anyway, everybody else remembered it.
That was a house in
Here
Oskaloosa.
it is again. This is the house in Oskaloosa down
over
here.
there.
This house, the yellow one with the tack-on garage there, yellow, very peaked roof. So so which house in Oskaloosa is this? Is this the one on the acreage?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Wow.
Yeah, we lived in 3 different houses in Oskaloosa. Well, maybe, wait a minute. I think 4.
I wonder if, is this the one on 6th Street? Is this what, did you guys go back over there and photograph it or something?
No, those
Because
are
it's
just-
color shot. It was taken.
Those are photographs taken. Doesn't say, does it?
Yep, rounded corners. Nothing in the back. But here's Dick. So this trip, see, Dick isn't along in the Sputnik trip. So this is you and Dick went back, right?
Right.
And I don't know where. And this, I'll bet you did a recon. I'll bet you went over because here's Dick with the same style of photo.
Yeah.
And
You probably took the pictures, yeah.
so I bet you went back to the old homestead.
Now you would think, I don't know, maybe in the summertime when they had the awnings and stuff up that house and the house in Knoxville was the same one. I don't know, because this looks like.
I'm pretty sure this is the house in Knoxville.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's the same style of photograph. So maybe that's
that
just the
must
front of
have
the
been
house.
way it looks in the summertime.
Right, right. I can
You know,
compare
when
and
you
see.
put awnings up, the house looks totally different.
I remember the garage being right over here. Because it possibly turned around. No, that's
Yeah,
the neighbor over there.
The driveway was there, and then the garage sits.
Let me flip back and see if I can find a picture. Yeah, they're all falling out now. System. Falling out. Well, I can't find it. Anyway, I'll try it. Figure that out. Here are more shots. The summer of '57. Summer of '57. So we'll be able to figure out who this is. I know who this is. I know who this is because I've seen it. This is John.
Mm-hmm.
Because I figured it out in another picture. So you've got your arm around him down here, and here he is standing. Now the question is, who's that? If that's John, then
You'd think that would be Bob Jr.
well, is he that much older than John? Maybe he is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he is? Okay, so that's Bob Jr. then. I'll bet you're right.
No, I think that's him.
And then here's Dan, and is that Judy?
Mhm.
And Dan,
So,
Jim, Dave, and Richard. Richard taking pictures. Your mom.
whose car is that?
I don't know. Whose car that is.
It's such a sore neck. Must have stuff I put on it last time.
Nope. No label, but it's that same summer. Maybe that's the car you went on your tour with. All right, here's some more shots.
Yeah, those are the covered bridges and things, and
Oh,
Dick
yeah.
took those shots. There were things we were trying to remember about Iowa that we didn't find many other places. And there weren't too many of those old covered bridges left.
Yeah. What about this church with the really steep?
I don't know.
Does that ring any bells? I bet it's not
Must
labeled.
have been.
What about this? The brick building? Is that a high school or something?
I wonder what that is. Does look like it could be.
You know, but I can blow up and see what that inscription says in the front. It doesn't ring any bells as your old high school.
Well, our high school looks sort of like that, but a big three-story brick building, but I don't think that's it.
I'll blow up that thing and we'll look. And then here are more shots of the going down the road.
Yeah, I think those are just shots Dick took. He thought might be kind of fun to make pictures of her drawings.
Yeah.
Or something.
He did capture the essence of the countryside. Here's let's see now.
Guess that was Bill's.
See, I'm remembering this now as the little house that your mom lived in, and
Yeah, I think there is. The one in Knoxville.
right. So I'm flipping back now to that other house. Flipping back to the other house. See, there's that. This is definitely not that house.
Mhm.
It's definitely not that house. So I don't know what this is.
Mhm.
Personally, maybe they lived on a different house in
They had a room built on. I don't know. They just might have had, because it does look like it's part of this, and I know.
I know. Maybe that's why I don't remember this as part of this house, because it's actually part of this house.
Yeah.
Part of the tan house, not part of the white house with siding. And then
These are Jim and Mike.
Jim and Mike, yeah. These are more of Helen's pictures, aren't they?
Yeah.
On the slide, on the wagon. So these could be in Greeley, couldn't they? Rather than Riverside.
No, they were in Riverside yet.
Merry Christmas. Oh look, Helen, Ed, Mike, and Jimmy. So before
she was still married to Ed. This is Robin.
That's Robin, but who's that holding the baby?
Bunny.
That's Bunny. I hope that's not Johnny with the bonnet on, but it's probably her
I
daughter.
don't know if that's her baby or what. I never did know who she married or anything about it.
I know his name was Viner. That's about all I know. Okay, now I'm flipping back to the start of the album.
Those are all my pictures of me. This is in Minnesota, taken in Minnesota.
Oh yeah, right.
On vacation.
At your parents' house, at your grandparents' house. This is what are you? You're perched on a fence there.
Yeah, on a pier.
And I wonder this. I can't really move that out of the way without.
That's a picture of.
This is you?
Two of us. Yeah.
This is what, you and Bob?
Yeah, getting ready to go to church.
Mm-hmm.
And this is
Smiley, Liz, and Betty in her high chair.
And this is that play I was telling you about that we wrote.
Oh.
And
this is high school?
Mm-hmm. And this is when the year I was 14, went to see Bert, and she lived in Elizabeth, Colorado then.
No, Elizabeth.
And these are the two friends, and this is, I played Sir Algernon Castleborough.
And this is you? On the left?
Right, the male.
You played the male role?
And this was Suzette Debris.
Suzette Debris is the maid.
And I can't remember what we called her. It's vaguely in my mind.
Look at this. This is a cute one of you with your doll. How old do you think you are there?
I'm probably 7.
There's some pictures like this that remind me very much of Elisa.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's the haircut. I don't know, but there's a distinct resemblance. Now look at this.
That's your hair, is that?
Oh my God, a specimen of my hair.
I think it's a lock of your hair.
Future DNA sample. Wait a minute. Eliz, April hair, April 8, 1946. That's not my hair. Look at that.
But there is one of yours. No, that's my hair.
Well, we may need this for DNA testing now. Of course, the problem is when you cut off a lock of hair, there aren't any roots, and I think it's all protein, There's no.
Well, I would cut it off the ends.
Yeah, I know. Nobody yanks it out by the roots. Only a caveman would save a hair sample that way. So it documents your hair color. You weren't dyeing your hair in 1946.
Oh gosh, no, I didn't. No,
not for years.
I never got. Well, I finally got around to when I started getting gray at the temple, of touching it up, just a little. Yeah. But I never did dye it, so-called. It was just.
Interesting that you would have claimed this was my hair if we hadn't flipped that over and seen the real evidence there.
Yours is someplace. I'm not sure.
But I never had red hair like that.
No, yours is blonde. You could hardly see the yellow in it. It was just. And I'm not sure that wasn't in the in one of your albums that I gave you.
Yeah, maybe it is.
These were taken in Aberdeen, Maryland.
So here you are sitting on a tree trunk, in a tree going across the stream.
We went to have a picnic out someplace.
And who's this guy next to you in front
Fred.
of the...
We went with
This is Fred. I see this in front of the house with the railing there. Mm-hmm. And this is... I can see Dick photographing you.
Yeah, this was taken at I think the last year I was in college.
Next to the the tree
That was
trunk.
a dress that Helen made for me.
Yeah.
Well, I think she made
It's almost like
her
Dick is
pass
up on
it
the
to
porch,
me.
shooting down.
Yeah.
So Helen made the dress. Oh, wait a minute. Helen made the dress for you?
I used to wear a lot of Helen's clothes, just would shorten them.
That's right. Because the beauty of Greeley is you had two aunts there, then, didn't you?
Yeah.
And here you are. Now, this is a problematic one. Who's this? That's you, isn't it?
No, that's. Let me see. I don't. Well, it might be, but I think that's Jean and Betty Moore. No, that's Jean and Betty Moore and me. This is, yes, I'm over here.
You're on the right with the white dress.
Yeah.
And who are the other two gals?
This is.
With their face cut off.
This is Margin. Yeah.
The
And
Moore
Betty
sister.
Moore.
Betty Moore in the middle with the
Mhm.
crosshatch dress. Who is
This
this?
is-
Her sister? Is this?
Yeah.
Oh.
These are the two Moore girls.
More girls. You've got a kind of weird expression on your face there, like it's hard to tell what's going on there. Are you pleased or? So
Well,
you're
I
like
don't know
8.
who-
Are you in Oskaloosa then?
I think that was probably second grade, maybe even first grade. Yeah,
Second grade,
You're
so
in
you'd be like
Oskaloosa.
7 or 8.
that's where we lived by the Iowa Bell.
Iowa.
The Iowa Bell was right behind us, and Leanna Fox lived across the street.
Here, this one it says you're 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
6 years old. I can't quite make it. Something at school. Elizabeth Hill, Betty, 6 years. Let's see, what else we got on this page? Somebody making snowballs
That's
there.
Bert up there at the top when I was at Bird's.
Wait, but
Now,
this
this
is
was
it, Birch.
in
You're sitting out on your porch in a
Yeah.
chair with your
We
flower
both
dress.
lived in Sheraton, and I'm wondering if one of those houses wasn't where we lived in Sheraton. Because
Wait.
I would never remember that.
Sheridan, what, Wyoming?
No, Iowa.
You lived in Sheridan, Iowa?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
when Dad was on the railroad. It was,
I didn't realize that. And so that's you and
that looks like the house. back
is this
there.
you and Bob making
Yeah.
snowballs? And then this must be the house back here. Here you are in the front yard, right in the corner of the
Now,
porch.
Jim was born in Sheraton, and then after that we all moved to Oskaloosa.
I see. This is before Oskaloosa.
And this is at Bert's, and this is at Bert's.
On the porch at Bert's
Yeah.
with you and Dick with
Right.
this folding chair.
Right.
Well, this is about the same period because that looks like
Yeah,
the
it's the
identical
same.
chair up there.
Yeah, it's the same.
Same visit. Is this before you're married?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
courting days.
Courting.
And this is.
So you took
when
him
you
back
were-
to visit the aunts in.
You were just a little.
Oh, wait a minute. You were going to school there, right? So it was like.
Right.
So they're right
No,
there.
once I left, I never went back. I never went back to Greeley.
Here's somebody egregiously cut off
This
the
is
lower
you.
part of my face there.
I think in your album there's an old one.
My adoring
This is-
parents with my
this
head
is,
cut off.
Irene.
Irene, Dick and Liz, beaming. That's a cute picture. You and me, Jeannie and Irene.
Uh-huh. This
This
was-
looks like, you think this is Aberdeen? Is this, yeah, this is,
Oh,
got,
that's
this is,
Aberdeen. This
this
is
is the
Aberdeen.
same day
This is-
probably,
we
right?
went to
Because you got that flower in
Philadelphia.
your hair.
I had that on when we went to Philadelphia.
Oh, you went to Philadelphia.